Hi guys, it's Lily. Welcome back to another speed build in The Sims 4. This time we are in San Myshuno in City Living from the expansion pack there, and we're doing an apartment build. It's a loft apartment. It's got a modern vibe about it, and it is full of custom content, pre-warning for you. But this is my plant paradise apartment. I think that if I had to pick any of my builds to be a build that I would most like to live in reality, that seems like something I could move into tomorrow. Not too big, not too small, something that really fits my lifestyle, that this would be that apartment. It is beautiful. It's got lots of nice light sort of wooden accents with lots of white tones on the walls and heaps of plants. So I've spoken about this in a lot of my recent builds and in my past builds, the fact that I have so many plants in my own apartment in the real world, and that we do plant tours at my house. We walk around and look at all the different plants and talk to them. And yes, I know that might seem really bizarre and that I'm bonkers and crazy, but I assure you having plants in your life is going to make you a happier, friendlier person. So I would strongly recommend becoming a plant apartment person. They say that the oxygen that's given off from your plants when you have more than 5 can actually really impact your day and your mental health. I don't know how much truth is behind that, but I like to believe it to be true. I think I'm a pretty happy person and I have a ton of plants. So do with that what you will, but that is what has inspired the look and the feel and the vibe of today's build. I decided to use custom content again just because I'm going through a bit of a phase at the moment where I'm really enjoying it, and quite a few of you have commented that you don't actually mind seeing custom content, that you don't want to see it all the time, but seeing it every now and then is actually a nice way to see what's out there in the world of custom content and to inspire you with things that you can do in your own builds. So this will be the last piece of custom content video for a while. I have already pre-recorded the next few videos, which are community lots with no custom content. So rest assured, if you are someone that does find it a barrier to entry, a bit difficult, you're not that keen on custom content speed builds, don't worry. We're back to regular scheduled recording, what's that phrase? Anyway, I can't remember it now, but we're back to the usual format of things from next week. So this is my last hurrah to custom content for the moment, and I did also get a really fantastic in-depth comment last week from one of my followers, one of my subscribers, who gave me a full play-by-play of pretty much everything I spoke about in my video, which was quite a strange thing really, because I sort of realized for the first time that you guys are actually listening to me and watching the video in full. And of course there's going to be some of you that speed through things and just blitz maybe through to the end to look at the screenshots and what have you, but the fact that there's even a smaller portion of you that are watching the full video, listening to what I'm saying and listening to the stuff I'm waffling on about, and then responding in kind in the comments and just answering pretty much every single random thought that flew into my head. Wow, thank you very much for doing that. So thank you again to Mysterious Alpaca, who is the subscriber who left that comment, and I honestly have to tell you, I really appreciate the constructive criticism. If anyone ever sees anything that they think I can be doing better, or any suggestions of how I might attack future content, or anything at all, even if it is criticism, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. One of the pieces of constructive criticism I got from Mysterious Alpaca, which I thought was fantastic, was that I need to be providing more adequate links to the custom content creators in the description of the video, so that you guys can go directly to where you can download pack specific content. So I've done that with this video here. I've tried to find as many as I possibly can. If there's any few little gaps, I don't think there will be, but if there are any gaps that I've missed, I honestly don't think there will be, but let me know. I've had all this custom content for a very, very long time, so I did have to go back and sort of re-engineer where I found everything from, but there is actually only 3 custom content creators in all that I've used. So there's a custom content creator for the rug series, so you'll see me popping down lots of rugs that have a variety of swatches in the same color series, so the white rugs in this case. That's from an amazing piece of custom content that has rugs of all different colors, so I'll link, that's in the description already. And there's a Sims IKEA pack as well, which is sort of the couch that you're seeing in this living room here and the television unit. So there's an IKEA sort of stuff pack that I will attach as well, custom content pack I should say, not stuff pack. And then there is just a whole bunch of stuff from Hey Harry and Felix Andre as well. They're living room packs, tiny travelers, bathroom packs, kitchen packs. So I've done my very, very best to link everything for you. So thank you, Mysterious Alpaca, for that comment. I think it is completely relevant and helpful to a lot of other YouTubers and what people that are watching out there, so I appreciate that. And also I also got some really great advice from Mysterious Alpaca about how I can integrate my day-to-day artwork into my Sims content. So in my video last week, I asked a question around whether or not I could share some art-based graphic design content for you all on the platform, and whether or not that'd be something you'd be interested in seeing. And Mysterious Alpaca suggested that I convert some of my day-to-day artwork and graphic design pieces into Sims artwork that you guys can actually place in your own game. So I don't think that this would be custom content, but rather you've probably seen a lot of other speed builders that have gallery art, which is just, they get their Sims to paint something of an artwork that I don't know how people do it. I don't get how people do it. That's the whole other thing. I need to sort of research how I'm going to do it. And then I might make a tutorial on it and use my own artwork in the tutorial to demonstrate how you can get your own artwork into your Sims games. I think the paintings and the wall art in particular in The Sims is really, really lacking with the stuff that comes in game already. I just think it's really plain and boring, and just, I love wall art. I'm all about having like huge collections of art in all of my Sims houses. So if there's a way that I can get more variety without using custom content, I think that that's something that heaps of people would be interested in. So again, thanking Mysterious Alpaca for that piece of advice. That's absolutely something I'm going to be exploring once I figure out how I can do it. You did ask as well, Mysterious Alpaca, how I go about my art in the day-to-day. So for a bit of context, I am a graphic designer by trade. That's what I studied at uni. So I have a graphic design or a communications design degree, and I started as an intern at the agency I currently work at a few years ago, and started in the graphic design department, and I've slowly sort of moved my way up into a creative lead position there. So I'm not on the tools every day as such designing for the advertising campaigns that we're doing, but rather I creative direct content, whether that's photo or video led. I do some illustration every now and then. I obviously do a lot of graphic design as well for different ad campaigns. I work with an amazing team of people. So I work with copywriters and video editors and photographers, and it's like honestly the best job ever if anyone's considering getting into graphic design or into advertising in general or social media, and you don't really want to be on the influencing or content side, but you'd rather be behind the scenes. I can confirm it is an awesome job. I love it. I didn't really think that my design degree would lead into the specific role that I'm doing now, but I'm, cannot tell you how stoked I am about it. I love it. And it fits my lifestyle really well. So I like to do this sort of content on the side. I find it relaxing. I love my YouTube community, and I've always just had such a passion for The Sims. I just think it's the most relaxing thing to do when you get home from a long day of work, and why not share it with the world? So if I can also inject a bit more of my art into this, then that's great for me, because it gives me another opportunity for an outlet of content creation that can maybe help other people out as well and put my design degree to use. But anyway, we're going to get back to the build now and what's actually happening on screen. So you've just seen me build out the dining room, the outdoor entertaining space. So really simple out there. Just, a nice big table, barbecue, and some planter boxes. And then in the downstairs bathroom here is it was just going to be a powder room. So I wanted to make it really moody and have like heaps of personality, where just people would go to the bathroom if they were visiting and have the main shower and bath upstairs. But then because the size of the bathroom kind of allows for it, I figured, nah, let's actually do a full bathroom. So we've got a shower there as you walk in, and then the basin and the toilet. And I love this bathroom. I think it is so relaxing and just gives off such a nice energy. That wallpaper, again, just stunning. That is custom content, as is the floor. I just think the entire sort of color palette in here of the golds with the green is really relaxing and really like calmly bougie. I don't know, they're probably two very contradicting words there, but it's very zen and it looks expensive but also approachable. So that was something I wanted to do in this apartment as well. So I'm just adding in the rest of the little accents in here, lots of towels giving off that green vibe. And you know, I think that's the other best part about custom content are the accent features and decorative features that come with it. Again, because this is the Plant Paradise apartment, I've got some plants in the bathroom as well. And then up at the top of the stairs here, I decided to create this sort of my own version of artwork. As I said, I don't feel like there's enough artwork that comes with the game, and at this point I'd used so much of it, so I made my own like 3D art piece by putting plants behind a window in the top there. So that's sort of a nice cool feature as you walk up the stairs with that massive hanging light from the Moschino stuff pack. And I didn't want to actually create a fully enclosed bedroom up here in the upstairs loft, but rather I suppose a split larger room. So you've got the bedroom on the right hand side, which we're about to fill out now, and on the left is where there's the office space and like a bit of a zen chill out area. I was toying with the idea of doing this big built-in robe along the back wall of the bedroom there and having the bed off that brown brick to the left, or just in front of us now, but it just wasn't really working. And so instead I got rid of that and I explored popping the bed on the other side. And again, more custom content here that is just some of the most beautiful custom content ever. That desk has matching walls, so I'm just popping them up now and choosing the same color swatch as the desk on the other side. So that acts as like a beautiful feature wall at the back of our bed. That bed does come with that custom content as well, so the bed pillows match the back of the wall, and I'm just putting a nice artwork here to keep dragging that green color, that sort of mossy forest green color, through the entire room in different elements. So you can see it's in the books there, it's in that cute little shaving sort of zen table. I'm popping in some nice little clutter items, so plants, a candle, some little glasses, things to make it look nice and realistic. And again, you can see that the green is just being pulled through everything that I'm doing in this upstairs space. So it really does lend itself to the title of Plant Paradise, which is what I'm calling this apartment. It's really like, it looks expensive but approachable, I think, is the entire vibe of this apartment. Like, it still feels like a home, it still feels cozy, but at the same time it is a little bit luxe and a little bit bougie. So I have two Sims living here, of course. As always, as most of you know, I like to create the story that my Sims sort of inspire the building. Every time I start a build, I like to think of the people that will live there first. So I have two newlywed Sims, two females. They're beautiful. One of them is an aspiring surgeon and the other is an aspiring, actually no, that's not true. One of them is an aspiring chef. So has a passion for cooking. She's just got a new job in the city here, so she's really excited about that, and they've moved into the city so she can pursue her dream. And her wife, she is a aspiring botanist, so an aspiring gardener, if you will, which is why there's so many plants in this apartment. And there's the little planter boxes on the outside little deck. So this obviously isn't where a gardening sim would normally thrive and live and grow, because there isn't really enough opportunities to, you know, plant 400,000 things to get your planting and gardening skills up. But that said, she's done the right thing by her wife, letting her wife live out her passion as a famous chef in the city for a little while longer before, when they have kids, they'll probably move and go and relax in the countryside somewhere, probably Brindleton Bay or somewhere where they can get a couple of dogs and have the kids run around in the backyard. So for now, they're in young adulthood and part of their lives in The Sims, and so I figured they can live in the city for a bit. And that's what's inspired today's build. So I've got a nice little zen area over here for the both of them while they're working their little asses off, getting all the money they need to be able to adopt some kids or have some kids. I'm wondering if you guys do same-sex relationships in The Sims, how you go about growing your families. Do you adopt? How does that work for you? Do you get your Sims to go out and sort of find a bit of a surrogate partner of the opposite sex? And I'm just wondering how that all works for you in your own gameplay. I'm still figuring that part out at the moment. I do like to adopt all the time on The Sims. I think it's just a nice way to bring a bit of different gameplay in, but I would be interested to know how you guys go about your same-sex relationships in The Sims. Anyway, we're just about to move on to the last bathroom here. It does have a different vibe in it as well from downstairs. Normally I do quite similar bathrooms, but that's the beauty of custom content here, is that you can really explore completely different vibes. So up here ends up being a bit of an orange warm toned bathroom, which you'll see in a moment, with lots of gold textures, very relaxing. And otherwise, this will finish up soon, so I always like to stop talking a little bit earlier so I can thank you all for coming to look at the video before we get onto the screenshots at the end. I know I feel really silly because I really bang on about it in every video when we get to this point, but I'm just so grateful and so happy to be doing content every week that people seem to be really enjoying. It makes me just feel so good and warm and happy inside. There's so many beautiful people that leave comments every week. I see you, I look forward to hearing from you, and you know, rest assured I do read every single comment. I try to reply to every single comment as well. So please feel free to leave one today. Say hello, tell everyone in the comments a bit about yourself if that's what you're into. Otherwise, you can join me on Discord. I'm going to have make sure that I'm updating all of those links every time in the video, because sometimes they're not embedding properly. I don't know why that's happening, but I'll figure that one out as well. And otherwise, guys, I will see you next week for a community lot build. So I'll see you then. Bye.